And we're back. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Richard, and we are at Harry Tarantula in Toronto, which is located at 3456 Yonge Street. You can find us online at harryt.com, and you can of course find us here on Twitch The Harry Tarantula. We are streaming character creation for Legend of the Five Rings, role-playing game for an upcoming 8-episode story arc known as the City of Lies.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, where is the City of Lies? I'm not going to tell you just quite yet. You'll have to tune in to find out. But right now, we're just going to go back to figuring out their characters and go on from there. So make sure that you tune in next week as well at the same time. We're starting at about 7:15 p.m. and we will see you then. But continue watching now, obviously. And remember, you can follow us to get notified. Subscribe to us so we can make the set more extravagant and everything. And yeah, let's see where you guys are. Now, last we left off, we're on question 8, so we're almost halfway through.
Question 7, but
We're on question 7?
I'm trying to pick what skill I want to take.
Okay. So,
But I have
what
nothing.
skills do you have right now?
I have composition, meditation, medicine, theology, courtesy.
Courtesy's a big one.
May I suggest a lore? A type of lore.
Where does lores come in?
Lore is a skill. One sec. Let me find my character.
Scholar skills, you mean?
Scholar skill, yes.
Yeah, I've already got medicine and theology.
Okay. Let me just put my glasses back
Perhaps
on
culture or
because
government?
Yeah.
Richard is very blind.
Let's take some
And
government.
again, everyone that's tuning in right now, make sure you talk to us in chat and find out, what's going on. You want to know what Jeremy's character's secret plot is? I can tell you. You want to know what Luke's up to? I don't know yet.
There's no plots here. I'm
There's
here
no
to stomp
plot.
out the Shadowlands.
Stomp out the Shadowlands.
Everybody knows that. I announce it pretty much as I walk up.
Bushido.
Part of my introduction.
Part of your introduction.
Hi, here's my name, and this is what I want to do.
Yep.
Let me guess, you have tons of honor as well because you're a firm believer in Bushido.
I'm a really big believer in things. Now let's talk about honor, Rich. What does honor mean? Because this is a tough one. Crabs can really swing one way or the other. So
Yeah. Honor is important in many of the social aspects of the game. So, for example, let us say that you are in court in the Imperial City. Now, whoever you are with, let's say you are a representative of the Emerald Magistrate. Okay, so you are a representative of the Emerald Champion. If your honor, let's say you're talking to a diplomat, okay, and you say something very snidely that they take insult to. Your honor or your face can be diminished by this. You may have made a shameful comment. Perhaps you thought you were talking to a dear friend, but realistically, you could have said something like that insulted them, insulted their family.
Mhm.
So how you behave dictates how your honor will swing.
So is it only a courtesy for limp-wristed diplomats and politicians, or do real people care about it?
Real people do care about it because you're not only representative of your clan, you're also representative of the people of Rokugan. So remember, you are part of the elite classes. If the peasants and that think you're a dishonorable scumbag, they're going to treat you like a dishonorable scumbag. So
Until we cut their heads off.
pardon? That's dishonorable. Why would you attack a peasant?
Why not?
That in itself goes against the code of Bushido.
And who owns those peasants?
Pardon? The emperor.
So you're literally destroying the emperor's property by cutting off the head of a peasant you disagree with.
When you put it that way.
That is not honorable.
No. So, honor is an important aspect of the game. How you treat your people of your class and lesser classes does matter. I mean, you will again. These people, peasants, will go out of their way to make sure you are comforted and everything. But in return, you protect them, and they in turn, if they see you doing something dishonorable, it might not tell your clan, but they'll tell each other.
Mhm.
And so you'll have this large little gossip network, and be like, oh my god, this Hida is like, he's gambling or something like that, and he, did something dishonorable. He was cheating,
Whoa.
and someone saw you.
Mhm.
Maybe the players didn't see you, but now your dishonor, now your honor goes down a little bit,
Mhm.
because I mean, a peasant will be like, okay, cool,
Mhm.
that's not cool, and you're a little bit dishonorable to them. But if another samurai saw you,
Mhm.
that's a whole other story.
Mhm.
That means that your honor can drop a lot. It really just kind of depends on the situation, and these social situations will come up.
So we're role playing high school.
No, you're not role playing high school.
Okay.
It's a lot more complex.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, no one cares about high school. Like, high school is a joke. Stay in school, but realistically, everything that you need in high school, you learn in the real world and at a far better place.
Okay.
And high school misses a lot of stuff you really need to know.
Yeah, I mean, like, you learn social skills in high school, but you're gonna learn more in, like, college or university, and even then, like, it depends. But in the game, honor is an important aspect. Your glory is important. Your status is important. It all really kind of breaks down on who you will be. Like, I mean, if you have, like, let's say a 90 in status,
Mm-hmm.
you're probably pretty close to the emperor. I mean, you probably have his ear or something, or, like, are a general in one of his armies.
Wow.
So remember, all these skills do matter. All these numbers do matter to the game mechanic.
Okay. Got it. So I guess I'm gonna be a staunch believer in Bushido.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you guys, but how are we doing over there, Luke?
I'm also
Doing
a staunch
well.
believer in Bushido,
Excellent. So we agree.
even though I do not have not so peaceful.
Mm.
Ah, are you a conflicted phoenix? That's good to know.
Are you conflicted in the way that you are like a firm believer in your clan's conflictions, or are you conflicted with their conflictions, thereby making you a peaceful phoenix?
But Phoenix are peaceful.
That depends on what side of history you come down on. The Phoenix is one of the most tumultuous clans. They're the most learned, and therefore they have access to the most information. And as we all know, some knowledge should just be kept secret.
That's true. I mean, one of my favorite aspects of the game, and well, of the old card game, and of course some of the older rule sets, was the introduction of the Black Scrolls, and how how conflict just was like, all right, cool, like let's go with this. Like, I mean, what was it? The Scorpion the Scorpion Daimyo, he attacks the entire empire.
That seems like a good way to lose.
Who are we talking about?
The day of betrayal?
Pardon?
The betrayal?
The day of betrayal.
Sorry, storyline wise. So we before or
Storyline-
after the fall of the Scorpion Clan?
So, that's a weird thing. In the timeline that they explain, we're in between the Great Clan War and the coup.
Really?
Yes.
So the coup's
Happened
happened.
yet.
Pardon?
No,
Yes.
the coup has happened.
Yes, the coup has happened.
All right, so
Yeah.
the name you're looking for is Bayushi Shoujo.
Shoujo.
Yeah.
I could not
Shoujo
remember.
was the dishonorable samurai who led the coup.
He
and-
was not dishonorable. He sat on the Emperor's throne, but that is semantics.
Of course, he was executed.
Yes.
What are you gonna-
And, like, look at Akoto Totori. He eventually becomes emperor, and
Well, he was disgraced, and we're living in a time of his fall.
yes, we're
He's-
living in,
he's
we
the,
are living
uh,
in the time of his fall. Yes.
He's the what do they call him again?
the
Something like-
Ronin, the Great Lion.
No, he's his name when he's disgraced is like the disgrace line or something like that.
Yeah.
Lost line. Or
Matsusuru? Suri?
Pseudo.
Suri, yeah.
Yeah.
She was quite
She was
quite
the champion.
ambitious.
She was the champion.
Yeah.
And now on to greatest accomplishment.
Greatest
Wow, that was
accomplishment.
fast. You caught up to me. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I graduated top of my class. Heated Defender School.
So we're on question 8 now?
We're on question 9.
No, we're on question 9.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're rolling now.
Rolling now.
Some of
What
the
is your
songs are-
character's greatest accomplishment so far?
Well, I have one if no one else is ready to go. I graduated top of my class. Heated Defender School.
Nice.
Of course, that was because everybody else was eaten by an Oni, but we were not going to go into that.
But if you're top of the class of one, you're also bottom of the class of one.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. When did you become so negative?
I've always
He's a
been
dragon.
negative.
I guess we try to look on the bright side of life on the wall. That's what keeps us from falling off of it.
This is also true.
Interesting. Have you guys looked into the distinctions yet?
Yes.
Quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So if you're just tuning in, we are playing Legend of the Five Rings. We are in the middle of character creation, and we are figuring out the part 4, the strengths and weaknesses of their characters. We are on question 9.
Yes.
Yes.
Question 9. What is your character's greatest accomplishment so far?
10 pages of these. My goodness. Now we can pick any single distinction we want?
Yep.
Or do we only pick the ones from the elements that most represents our character?
I would suggest that you choose how you want your character to develop. If you feel that they're within even the confines of your character, there is still an ability or a distinction that is not that doesn't necessarily represent your clan or your family, then choose something that you feel that your character wants to be defined for. Like, I'm not sandboxing you to be like, you're going to be this, and this. You're human. You're all human. You all have certain flaws or characteristics, distinctions and that. So play into that. Embrace those things that you enjoy about role-playing game, about the types of characters that you want to play, and just use the pillars. Like, good, bad, ugly.
Yeah,
I'm the
really
one with
good.
the gun. This is my boomstick. By the way, there's no boomsticks in this. There should be, but whatever.
No, that's a bad thing to know.
You have to wait till the unicorn come back with them.
It's true.
Or someone sails up this way with them.
That is also true.
Gaijin influence.
Yeah,
And guess who that is?
the unicorn.
Them and the mantis.
Mantis,
They're
yeah.
they're the ones who have the least amount of honor and will have dealings with the outside.
And they are a major clan thanks to Akoto Totori.
Well, no, it's actually thanks to their champion,
Wow.
who is like the best dude on the planet.
He's pretty good, yeah.
Do you remember his name?
No. I don't remember his name.
Yoritomo.
Was that Yoritomo?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, Yori was pretty baller, actually, now that I think about it.
Yoritomo was a direct descendant of Akami. And
Yeah.
Single-handedly raised his Mantis clan up out of nothing.
So, here's a, did you ever play the Burning Sands role-playing game?
No.
No? I'm assuming that neither of you did either. I have been trying to find a copy of this forever.
Mm-hmm.
PDFs don't exist of it. You can't find it on Drive-Thru RPG or anything like that. I haven't seen a single copy come into the store. And, I see them on eBay, but for some reason, I've just missed the boat on it entirely. It's already sold. I love, I want to play that. Because it's the exact same system.
Mm.
Well, it's the old AEG system, not the new Fantasy Flight system. Mind you, I'm very happy that Fantasy Flight kept a lot of aspects of the old system.
Yeah,
like
have we
the
talked
rolling
about
key.
this new system? We skipped chapter 1 with the dice
So,
for the stream, so
in regards to the playing the game, it's
Mhm.
roll and keep like all the other systems.
okay.
The only difference is of course, your rather than numbers, we're looking for successes, explosive successes, opportunities, do narrative things, or give you little pieces of information that you may not know beforehand.
Mm.
Like, let's say, for example, that you guys are in a tavern and you see a group of people talking in the corner and another group of people eating, and people drinking, people gambling, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say during a interaction, you roll an opportunity, and you overhear that, in fact, there was, maybe someone was murdered,
Right.
and the murderer is sitting right there bragging about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it may not be relevant to you at that time,
Mm-hmm.
but it could be it could be narratively relevant to you later on. So it's like opportunities give you little pieces of information, or can sometimes do other things. Like, for example, if you fail to determine the easiest way to accomplish a task, you provide assistance to the next character that attempts a similar check to you,
Mhm.
and it has to be a similar check. You can't just pass this stuff on, for anything. Or you can remove a strife that from yourself. That way, maybe you don't feel the emotional effects of the fact that you just slaughtered, a troop of Ronin. I mean, they were still people. You were still agitated or whatever. Or maybe you got strife because someone has, made a snide remark to you,
Mm.
right?
Mhm.
Like, maybe you're an ugly crowd. Maybe you're an ugly phoenix. Maybe you're a mediocre-looking dragon. Right?
I think you just said the same thing 3 times.
I did, just differently.
Mm-hmm.
What distinction did you take?
Distinction. That's a very good question. I took large stature.
That's a
Shocker.
that's actually probably one of the greatest things in the game.
Well, it's up to the GM's discretion if swinging a large hammer counts as something I can use my large size for.
I took famously successful.
Okay.
I would imagine if I get a nice downward swing, I would get to re-roll 2 dice.
Well, I mean,
Like a smaller target.
yeah. What is those? Tetsubos?
Tetsubo is a war club.
Yeah, the war club with the in L5R specifically, they have the giant spikes on them.
Yeah.
And it's just here you go, bam.
Yeah.
If you're gonna use your giant size to basically play baseball with someone's head, sure.
Well, we'll have to think of a reason. Or if I get to swing every time I swing my hammer, I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it all depends on your
but the
weapon.
hammers are the
Otsuchi.
Otsuchi. That's the one. Sorry.
Yeah, so swing a 2-handed weapon on a smaller target, maybe, or however you want to interpret it. But you have to let me know if it applies or not. I'm just going to assume yes.
Yeah, I mean, there are advantages, and of course there are disadvantages. Sometimes you're just not gonna fit through a door, man.
It's not going to fit.
But you could take that hammer and swing that door open.
Just
Well,
not gonna
I
fit.
mean, but But what if that doorway was just suddenly larger? You've got this big ol' hammer.
All right, so we're hitting into almost 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My name is Richard, and you've tuned in to Legend of the Five Rings 5th Edition character creation for the Harry Tarantula store campaign. You guys are going to be watching us play L5R over the course of 8 weeks, not including tonight, and we're going to basically go through a large adventure, a large campaign with a nice small group. You guys are going to be playing samurais, you guys are going to be, monks or wizards or sorcerers or however you want to call it. It really just kind of depends. But at the end of the day, it's you that we're here to entertain as much as we are here to entertain ourselves. And we hope that you will enjoy watching it. Remember to follow us or subscribe to us, help us out, and we will be here to provide you with hours of entertainment. We will be starting next week at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or at 4:15 p.m. on the West Coast, and midnight 5 hours ahead. Yeah. So 1 a.m., 1:15 in the morning in Europe.
So 19.
Yeah.
So 24. So 0:15.
0:15, yeah. 0:15 in Europe, or in the UK, and of course 1 hour ahead for each time zone that you are in. So we are happy, of course, to bring you this. We are building characters for this game. I just want to introduce the players again. On my right here, we have Jeremy. On my left, we have Luke.
Hello.
And Alex. We do have a missing player tonight because they are not feeling well. So we're going to get their characters made up as soon as possible. Remember to tune in next week for our Genpaku ceremony, which is where these young samurai and young wizards and sorcerers and monks will take their very first steps into the political world of Rokugan.
Or have a total party wipe on the...
Or have a total party wipe. Yeah,
the
that's also a factor as well. So... Who knows?
Well,
I'm gonna try not.
Alex has that though. Alex has courtesy, so he might be okay.
I have courtesy, yes.
It's true.
You might be the lone survivor of the entrance exam. Yeah, just to be clear, you guys, samurai is a class, so it's not like it's like saying you're rich.
Yes.
So you can be a samurai monk or a samurai shugenja, or you can be lowborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Interesting is of course the lowborn in Rokugan. They not necessarily just because you're lowborn doesn't mean that you can't succeed. It just means you might not have had that family wealth or that major clan backing. You may have been part of a minor clan. Who really knows? This is the interesting part of the game because it's so in depth on how you can develop as a character. You're going to enjoy it. So, what part are you guys on?
There's a certain peasant that'll show up in like a few years.
Question 10.
He does very well for himself.
You're on question 10. We are halfway through the 20 questions of them building their characters.
Well, I've got specific questions for Rich about question 10.
Well, question 10? Okay. What is your question?
So, can I create a custom disadvantage? I mean, there are rules for that in the book.
Yes.
Well, so my concept for this character is that so he's basically like the troubleshooter, but his main role is that he sweeps the temple. So the monks have this cognitive disconnect between this troubleshooter. Yes, you got it immediately. I knew it.
I'm afraid I'm missing something.
That's okay. Alex is gonna murder me later.
Don't read more Terry Pratchett.
Oh. Ay, caramba. So I'm actually in the middle of reading Jennifer Egan.
Okay.
And it is something near and dear to my heart, the music industry. Absolutely love it. Do you want to create a custom disadvantage?
Yes.
Yes, I will allow you to create a custom disadvantage. What would you like?
So
More importantly, what's the point value of this disadvantage?
that's not really how it works. But so I would like the character to generally be looked down upon in social situations because he is a mere he cleans the temple. So he is at a disadvantage to when interacting with people of his own or higher social standing.
I actually believe there is a skill for that.
It's not adversity though. I don't think.
No.
I think it's it might be one of the troubles.
Yeah. Sec here.
Yeah, it might be an anxiety.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be an anxiety.
Okay, well then,
Well, so actually, right above us, if you are tuning in right now, we are playing L5R and we're figuring out Luke's custom character trait, or well, disadvantage, as well as we're listening to the players upstairs move around, and they're playing Adventurers League, which you can come and play here on Monday nights at 6, between 6 and 7 is when they're usually all set up. We have tons of events happening every week here at Harry Tarantula. You can find our event schedule as well as future role-playing game events on our calendar on our website at harryt.com, or drop by in-store and talk to any of the fantastic staff that work here. Myself is included in that, as well as Jeremy. So, again, we're helping Luke figure out his custom disadvantage, and Luke wants to be looked down upon by people of the same social class. So, we're trying to figure out how to do that.
We're looking on
Adversities?
adversities.
yeah,
Yes.
it's almost one of the whispers, but not really.
It's on page... Well, in my book it says it's on page 68, so I'm just going to go there.
Specific disadvantages, is that what we're? Specific adversities?
Yeah.
You want to be looked down upon?
I mean, it could also be could almost be scorn of, but I want it to be more general than that.
Okay. That's not a very good one. But it's fine.
What?
Blindness.
Well,
You know, blindness is really bad.
not if you also have Earth needs no eyes.
Okay, that's fair, yeah.
But that's why I didn't want to take blindness.
Well, it does say your lack of sight does not mean you cannot perceive your surroundings, but you cannot observe things that can be only perceived by sight.
Yeah.
Characters of lower status automatically distrust you, viewing you as a distant overlord who cannot possibly be competent in practical labor or understand their daily struggles.
I literally just want to flip it so that it's people of higher status.
When you make a check to interact with laborers, this is only for lower than you. Got
Yeah.
it.
What are you... Sorry, what page are you on, Jeremy?
That's page 120, Ebisu's Curse. But he says he wants the
that's-
opposite of Ebisu's Curse. Children instinctively dislike you.
All the curses are fine. It's never people of higher status.
Right.
I mean, Gaijin name, culture, or appearance almost also works. But
Actually, that's mine.
You're a
I'm either going with that one or bluntness.
well, because
Wow.
it's literally people of higher or in equal status tend to assume that you're uneducated at best.
So
Is
what,
Gaijin's curse. Or Gaijin, yeah. So I'd almost take Gaijin and just change it to, instead of assuming that I'm uneducated, they assume that... Actually, no, uneducated just works. I will take that.
Yeah, take
That just works.
Yeah.
take uneducated. Where's that?
It's Gaijin name, culture, or appearance. They assume you're uneducated.
So then you know what? I'm gonna keep my adversity the way I had written on my sheet, which is bluntness. Because both worked for my character design. I guess you could add more disadvantages. Is that a thing that happens in this edition, Richard?
So that's actually the question I was looking for myself. I'm gonna use the trusty Google Foo to answer that quickly here.
All right, Alex. Let's run through this. Tell me about your advantages and disadvantages, strengths and weaknesses.
My strengths and weaknesses.
What is your character's greatest accomplishment so far?
I found lost knowledge.
Really? And what distinction does that give you?
A sixth sense.
Fantastic. That must have been some wonderful hidden knowledge. I graduated top of my
I
class.
can detect spirits even if they do not reveal themselves.
That's fantastic. And only ate everybody else in my school. So, top of my class.
Only I have sixth sense.
I have a large stature. I'm not sure how that translated, but there you go. That was my
Well,
award.
you obviously were the one eating all the food all the time, so they were all weakened, and they couldn't run away as quickly.
We need to work on the connectivity between these. Maybe I should take that one down. Maybe I graduated top of my class because I just was the biggest and the strongest. And what holds your character back the most in life?
I am selfish.
Really?
Yes. When it comes to allowing others knowledge.
Really? And what adversity do you face?
What adversity is that?
Yes, what adversity?
I've lost my arm.
You lost your
That
arm?
must have been a fun story.
It happened roughly at the same time as finding the lost knowledge.
Really? Well, I've amended mine. I was chosen by the Great Bear to succeed in the main house, and because I was the biggest and the strongest in my school. There we go. And that's why I have a large stature. And what holds my character back most in life? Pride. And as a result, I'm very blunt. When a kind word would do, I would give you half a grunt instead. All right, question number 11. What activity makes your character feel most at peace?
I'm a writer.
Really? What do you write?
Both journals as well as various stories.
Excellent. Well, polishing and repairing my weapons and armor are my passions. Armament is what sets my mind at ease. And what concern, fear, or foible troubles your character the most?
I'm not got that from yet.
Ah, okay. But if you think about it, what do you think it would be? What are you aiming towards?
What foible troubles me the most?
Yeah, fear, concern,
Fear.
or foible.
Hidden knowledge falling into the hands of the Shadowlands.
Ooh, it's very similar to mine. Mine also involves the Shadowlands. I don't want to be waiting to die on the wall while Rokugan sleeps. I have a great destiny, and I am impatient to reach it. So patience is my adversity. Oh, now I just have to pick my tutor. Which character? Who has your character learned the most from during their life? That's gonna be interesting. Luke, where are you at with your fears and troubles? Did you get your custom one all in there?
I just took Gaijin culture. It
a good
was
one.
easier than.
It's a good one. So let's meet Luke's character. What is your character's greatest accomplishment?
He is famous for finding outside the box solutions to both inter and intra clan problems.
And your distinction is
Famously successful.
famously successful monk. That's like saying, Led Zeppelin.
Well, he's a dragon monk as opposed to a
Phoenix?
no, as opposed to a lowborn monk, because there's still lowborn monks out there.
Yes.
True. Yeah, the clanless one.
But
Yes.
they have status
Yes.
weirdly.
Well,
Well-
because the order will take any.
So you guys are gonna
Yeah,
start
so
with.
there's no way to tell if it's a lowborn or it's a former samurai or a former champion. So they're all treated with difference.
So what holds your character back most in life? The gaijin?
Yeah, basically, because he spends most he spends most of his time when he's not on a specific mission as a temple caretaker.
Neat.
So everybody looks and sees this guy who's sweeping the temple, and there's a disconnect between. They're like, why is this guy who's sweeping the temple also share? Why does this guy who's sweeping the temple out share this name with this famous monk?
Oh. And what activity makes your character feel at peace? Most makes your character feel peace.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
Sweeping?
Manual labor is probably a choice.
Yeah, probably, but I don't.
All right. Now, what were you saying, Richard?
So. Alright, so it doesn't really specify how many disadvantages you need to start with. So I'm gonna do a general rule of thumb here. If you're
How many disadvantages do you
pardon?
Because the questionnaire has only really allowed us to have one.
Yes.
I'm wondering if
Well,
this
you
is
get-
a system.
You get at least 2.
Disadvantages?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what holds your character back, and what concerns your?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What my question was,
disadvantage.
and
So-
Richard was looking up, was could we go back and
Oh.
take more disadvantages
sorry.
and gain more advantages?
Alright,
okay.
so how this works here. So if you go above 60 with honor and glory,
Mhm.
you get an additional advantage.
Oh.
If your honor and glory goes below 30, you get additional disadvantages.
So-
If that is my interpretation
Acquiring
of this.
distinctions. A character can be granted new distinction by reaching certain heights of valor or renown. Characters can have any number of distinctions, but you have to be granted them.
Right, of course.
Developing passions. GM's discretion, a character may spend 3 experience points to develop one new passion determined by the GM and the player together. May never have more than 3 passions. The GM's discretion, a character might be able to remove a passion based on narrative events or to make room for a new one. Acquiring adversities. You can gain adversities through injury, illness, impurity, spiritual impurity, various other fates, numerous other sources have any number of adversities, but taking additional ones doesn't grant you anything. Anxieties, you can never have more than 3 of them.
See?
I mean, if you want to dump all your points into those, not points,
They're not
but
points. You don't get
Yeah.
them back.
you want to like have 3 disadvantages at the start, I'm fine with that.
So what lovely passion do I want?
Well, I'm on to a next step. I'm on to question 13, and guess what, everybody? You get a second advantage, but it's got to be specific to your relationship to another person.
So you either get a skill increase or an advantage.
Well, I'm going to go with my older brother, who is the one who taught me most in life. So I want to go for an advantage, and with the
Hopefully he
GM's
wasn't in
blessing.
your class.
Sorry.
Hopefully he wasn't in your class either.
Oh no, he taught me. No, we're going away from that story. That story didn't make any sense.
Okay.
He's taught me an indomitable will.
Indomitable will. Very important. Very interesting.
You want to be generous.
But I also have to take a disadvantage to go with him. One rank and a skill at your character. So one disadvantage related to your character's mentor and their relationship, and 1 rank and a skill that your character developed as a result. So actually, you get 3 things: you get a skill, an advantage, and a disadvantage.
No, you get a skill or an advantage.
No, you get both. You get 1 advantage related to your character's mentor and relationship. Then you get 1 disadvantage related and 1 rank and a skill that your character developed as a result. You get all 3. You fill
Really?
in all
'Cause
of those.
there's that big or.
I know, right? It's really weird, but that's how it's written
Hold
on
on.
page 93 of the
What
book.
page is that?
Page 93. In the relationship section of the character sheet, record the name of the person from whom your character has learned the most.
So choose one of the following options and gain the listed feature: 1 advantage or 1 disadvantage
and a skill.
rank.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I see how it's done. Okay, good. So I was just reading it wrong. Excellent.
I wonder what passion I want.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
'Cause there's-
Maybe you're
You're
passionate
up
about ramen.
No.
Because, even in Rokugan, there's ramen. And even if there isn't, I'm making it so.
It doesn't make sense. So
Why?
Passionate about sake?
no.
Play another drunk.
No.
Ramen is canon because that would be Chinese food.
Ramen is canon because it is Chinese food, and we are in a mythical land of China and Japan and
Yep.
every other
Asian
culture.
Asian culture there is. So you know what? Ramen's a thing, and
You can call it whatever you want.
I'm
You
gonna
can call
call
it
it
noodles.
Yeah, we're just gonna call it noodles.
Just call it mom's breakfast. We got ramen.
Mom's spaghetti.
That's right.
Thanks, Marshall.
You're welcome. That's another game entirely.
Sorry, I should say Mr. Mathers.
All right, so can I take personal accoutrement
Secrets,
beard?
Stories. Do I
You
want
want a beer? Yeah.
Cute.
history?
So, if you are tuning in right now, you're watching us play Legend of the Five Rings. We're in the middle of character creation, and we are going to be traveling the lands of Rokugan in a high adventure. Well, they are. I'm going to be telling the story. My name is Richard. This is Jeremy. This is Luke. This is Alex. And we're missing our 4th player here. It could be you. But... Could be, yeah. If you want to come join Play in the Fun, we'll be doing this every Monday night at 7:15 p.m. Live here on Twitch. Follow us to get notified, subscribe to us, whatever. We will be having tons of fun playing Legend of the Five Rings. There will be 8 episodes, so that takes us to sometime in March. And hey, the winter's going to be long. It's going to be cold because it's freezing rain outside right now, which is not fun. And we can stay here, be warm, and play games. Right? Or you can be warm at home and watch us play games. Well, have some popcorn or something like that. So we are almost done character creation.
Personality and behavior is some pretty tough questions.
Personality and behavior is tough questions because think of the constraints that you have to play in within the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Bushido, an honor code, your family code. You know, you're a representative of an emperor, etc. So there's all sorts of things that we can just deal with. So if you'd like to talk to us on chat or ask any questions of the players, let us know. If we're having any technical difficulties, please let us know as well.
The new setup is pretty sweet.
Right, this new setup is pretty sweet. Yeah. Came in this morning or this afternoon, whenever it was. Kind of like gutted this area out, set everything up. You see there's like little tarantula, or well, not tarantula, I guess spider webs behind me.
I've got a question for you, Mr. GM. What is an
You can just
item?
call me Richard. It's
what,
fine.
What is an item of rarity 7 or lower?
What is an item of rarity 7 or lower?
Yep.
Where are you looking?
Page 16. Sorry, not page 16. Page 94. Question number 16. What are your character's pre-existing relationships with other clans, families, organizations, and traditions? And additionally, choose one item of rarity 7 or lower that your character received as a gift from one such group. Took in battle, fighting against them, or that otherwise relates or symbolizes the character's past and ongoing relationships with them. Add this to your starting info.
I gotta scroll there.
Where would I find these lovely rarity 7 or lower items?
So it's in the special quantities of equipment and equipment section.
What page is that?
So it's different in my PDF than it is in the book. It is located. Well,
Chapter 5, equipment, page
yeah.
228. I'm on it.
Mine's not chapterized. It's literally scroll down. I wish that this was chapterized. So
This book is really pretty, by the way.
it is very pretty. So if you guys have not looked at the book yet, you can pick it up at harryt.com or come visit us at 3456 Yonge Street. We are playing Legend of the Five Rings role-playing game by Fantasy Flight Games. They took over the game last year or 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been excitedly waiting to play this game. The role-playing game is something that I'm very passionate about. I love this world. I love the system. And I'm looking forward to running this game. So if you want to tune in. But, okay, so do you guys... Alright, so, let's see. Rarity 7 or lower. What do I want to give you guys?
Sanctified robes. Nice.
Not very protective, though.
No.
Really? What do they do?
Oh, I'll find out for you.
I think it's Armor 1, Supernatural 3.
The vestments of Shugenja, shrine keepers, and other religious figures are blessed by Kami and thus grant mystical
What, you
protection.
No, I just
Traditionally-
happen to know that that's what the stats are.
Traditionally, such robes consist of a white garment called the joe, literally pure cloth, and a peaked hat. But they can be simpler, such as a white haori top and red hakama bottoms, or even an elaborate kimono. Okay, so, Rich, I want this to be fun. And I don't really see anything that my character needs since I already got everything I needed in my starting gear. So, why don't you choose for me?
Don't you start with lacquered armor rather than
do.
the super heavy stuff?
Yes, I do. And guess what I can't get?
Oh, it's
As a
because
looted
it's
gear.
rarer than
Heavy plate. Yeah, so
It's
heavy plate is not
rare-
something I can get.
rarer than 7.
That's correct. And I also can't afford it with my starting money.
How much was your starting money?
Starting money was 4 koku.
Wow.
Plated armor is 40.
Yeah.
This is
We
not
don't
Dungeons
start
and
with a lot.
Dragons, everybody.
Yeah.
You do not get to start off wearing the best gear.
Nope.
So I tell you what, Rich.
So,
why don't
you
you
were
tell
a
me?
crab.
Yeah. So
you
here's my
will-
backstory. Here's my backstory.
Okay.
I'm going to say that as a Yojimbo, I stepped in the way and saved the life of an important dignitary of any random clan. You tell me. And as a gift for my service, I received this item. You tell me.
As a gift from this service, you received an item from a Kodo Shuhei,
Ooh, a lion.
a lion, a Tetsubo.
A Tetsubo.
A Tetsubo, yes.
Why did the lion have a Tetsubo?
Why wouldn't they?
Take it off someone else.
They're traditionally the weapon of a.
It is cumbersome and durable war gear.
Yep.
It is a two-handed weapon.
You forget, dear Richard, I am a crab.
That's
I'm
fine.
Actually,
yes.
I'm actually skilled in the ways of the Tetsubo.
And you
Yes.
have the other thing.
I already have
So
those.
what makes your Tetsubo very different,
Okay, what's about this Tetsubo? Tell
okay,
me.
is that on its hilt, there is an emblem of the Emerald Champion.
Ooh. That is special.
The last crab Emerald Champion was 200 years ago.
It was probably a Suchi. No,
Now, whether or not there was a crab Emerald Champion 200 years ago, I'm not sure. But we're making it happen. Because that's what we do. That's how we roll.
Would I be making a history check to try and figure out his name, or would that be common knowledge?
You would have to make a history check. You know, if you disappeared into like the crab library, then
The Cooney libraries?
the Cooney libraries, then you might find it.
So, who's the current head of the Phoenix?
It would be in this.
His name is Isawa, and he was a samurai. Can't remember his
Yes.
name. Or a bushi, sorry. Can't remember his name.
I believe it was a her, wasn't it?
It was a he, and he was rumored to be immortal, and they saw multiple
Oh,
versions of
yes.
him at different times.
Let's see.
Can't remember his name. But his successor was one of the most powerful Phoenix bushi of all time. And she was a she.
That's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
She was awesome.
Because he kind of burned up in flames. So
Fitting way for a Phoenix to go.
yeah, it was a clan war thing. When the clan war settled, the Phoenix champion was dead. Or at least missing.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the question you asked was
Landlord.
Who's his daimyo?
Yeah, who's done it?
okay.
I need the dragon daimyo as well.
Togashi. I don't know. I think he might just be Togashi. No. He had a funny name.
Well, because
The dragon
Togashi is the dragon kami.
No, the family name is Togashi.
Yep.
His name was. Anyway, Hoshi.
Hoshi Togashi.
Togashi Hoshi. Togashi Hoshi. Well, do it the other way.
Yeah.
He's a dragon man.
Literal dragon.
He's a dragon man.
Yeah. So the Dragon Clan was founded by Kami Togashi, and their
Oh no, yours was Yokuni. I'm sorry, Yokuni.
Yokuni?
Hoshi came next.
the
Should be.
this must be am I looking
No,
at the
this
right
is
one? This is
Edition, effectively.
pardon. Togashi Noboru is your
Wow.
Dragon Clan.
So this is first edition timeline, effectively. So yeah, way back
So
when.
so Yokuni turned out to actually be Togashi,
Oh, okay.
and then he ascended, and Hoshi took
And
over.
anyway, who's
He was a
Phoenix?
literal dragon.
Oh, okay.
Who is the current Phoenix? Daimyo.
Phoenix.
I guess that's just too OP to be a daimyo in this game. Like literally the guy.
Yeah.
He didn't pass it on to anyone. He just kept it.
Yeah, but just react to stress.
I saw a Kaede. can't remember who the girl's name was. The guy's a total blank. I can only see the picture of the card. He was really good. He was a non-unique unique. You could have as many of them as you wanted in play.
That seems OP.
Well, he was a 4/4 like double G fighter, so he was really good. Just didn't fit the clan theme of like I'm gonna play a lot of Shipu Genja and blow you up with spells. And he's like, I'm a fighter, I'm a fight man. So they gave him 3, so you could have them all out at once. But, yeah, the dragons have long been about individual success and greatness. So
How do we react to stress?
Agashi Koru.
spell it?
Gashi?
Agashi.
Agashi.
A-G-A-S-H-I.
Yep.
How do you spell the
Kurou.
Kudo?
Yeah.
Agashi Kudo?
Yeah.
Nice. Your guy's name is Black Agashi. That's his name.
What family is he? What family is he?
I'm assuming he's a very nice guy. No enemies whatsoever.
What family is he then?
Agashi? Agashi's a...
Gashi's not a family we can have.
Well, it doesn't matter if Agashi is a family you can have.
Yeah.
That's who your daimyo is.
Around that timeline, the dragon and the phoenix intermarried.
Gashi or Gasha?
So Agasha.
That's a
Gasha.
dragon family.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say
I know.
the phoenix and the dragon intermarried a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the L5R wiki?
Well, that is my grandfather.
You are. Sorry. What you are? What family?
So,
That's Izuku. Sawa.
Oh man, we have to roll a dice to determine our name.
nah.
No.
All players in the game may choose the first result or both results.
You choose.
No, but we have to roll on the Samurai Heritage table
Oh,
in order to
fuck.
get our name. I'm okay with not going that way.
No, I expect you guys to make your own first name.
Right.
I don't know how to react to stress.
So the thing that's not very good for the readership, but the viewership, but I will point out to you guys is that when you look at that question, how do you react to stressful situations on page 94, you actually get a lot of leading questions and some examples. So it's okay just to quickly jot down one of the examples. So for example, my character gets loud and abrasive when he gets angry. Which I think ties in nicely with,
Rage, default. Voice falls when icy whisper, default on knees in prayer, when act with uncertainty or respond to everything as its one threat.
Yeah, if I was allowed to make suppositions and prejudices, I would say the big strong crab would get loud and abrasive, the Togashi monk would fall to his knees in prayer, and the phoenix would drop his voice to an icy whisper.
Yeah, but it could also be a physical thing.
Oh, absolutely. But it gives you an idea, like of a tick or a response to fight or flight, right? Oh, okay. Good news, everybody. You're supposed to roll the 2d10 to figure out who you're named after, like in honor of. But it's not your name.
No.
No, it's your.
So we do have to roll that.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the Samurai Heritage table? Page is that?
96.
96.
Directly after the.
Beautiful. All right.
How should you die?
Does anybody have 2d10?
Yeah,
Not
I can.
with numbers on them.
Hold on.
Alright, well, actually, I might.
2d10 for me,
that's
please,
a
Richard.
D12, and that's a D6.
Oh.
So
Oh, they're
you
D12.
don't
You're
have any.
All right, hold up a dice roller.
Yeah. 2d10 for me, please.
And we're doing a combined total.
No, there's 2d10s, and then it's
Here,
your
Luke
discretion
has
if I get
D10.
one or the other.
Okay.
Oh, beauty. I got
All right.
dice.
Rolling it up.
Hold on, we got actual dice. As soon as Jeremy finds 2d10.
Alright. These ones seem good. Alright, here I go. Alright, so 8 and 7.
8 and 7. Okay.
So 8, stolen knowledge. One of your ancestors learned a secret of another school and clandestinely passed it down through the ages. Now it has reached you. Decrease your honor by 5. Ha! And then 7, elevated for service. One of your ancestors was a Jizamure, or even a commoner, who served with such distinction that their position was elevated to that of a great clan samurai by marriage or mandate of a daimyo. As a child, you learned the basics of the skills for which they won their esteem. Decrease your glory by 3, increase your honor by 3.
So you're -2 honor plus 3 glory.
Right, and then there's more. You roll a 10-sided dice again to determine trade skill. Gain +1 rank in that skill.
You know what? I think.
And, well, the stolen knowledge, there's more to it, too. You know one additional technique. Roll a 10-sided dice to determine the category. Whether it's kata, shuji, ritual invocation, kiho, maha, or ninjutsu. And then select one technique with a prerequisite of a school rank 1 and learn that technique.
Yeah, you get a ton of stuff.
You can perform that technique even if it's not normally allowed by your school. Alright, so those are my rolls.
I get choice of this.
You get choice. You say, okay, so the exact wording is, I roll at the GM's discretion. All players in the game may choose the first result, the second result, or both. It's up to you. You're not picking for us. You're telling us if we have to take the first one, the second one, or both.
So they're ruled separately then.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I rolled 8, then 7.
8 then 7.
Yeah. So either first, second, or both, according to you.
You may have the first one. Which
So
was
that's
the 8.
for everyone then. Everyone's getting the
Yes,
first one.
everyone's getting the first one.
All right.
I didn't hear any of them.
Well, no.
No, you roll your own. And
You roll your own.
You said everyone is getting the first one.
At the GM's discretion, all players in the game may choose the first result, the second result, or both results. Oh, so there's only 2 choices. I get the choice of one, or I get both. It's up to you. Which one do you want? Like, I get a choice, or I get both?
Let's make this fair. You get one result.
All right, that's fine. I'm probably going to take the stolen knowledge. And then I know an additional technique. Roll a 10-sided dice again to determine the category. And then select one technique with a prerequisite of a school rank 1. Learn that technique. Wow. Or I could just, gain a trade skill.
I mean, trade skills are good. You guys
It's
are
also
watching
random.
Legend of the Five Rings character creation. I'm Richard.
What do you
This
guys
is
think?
Jeremy, Luke, and Alex, and we're making characters for L5R.
All right. People at home, if you want my character, the Crab Bushi, to be elevated for service, then you should tell me in Twitch chat right now. Otherwise, stolen knowledge. And you guys tell me what you think. Should I learn a secret technique randomly decided by a D10? Or should I gain a trade skill randomly decided by a D10?
Secret technique.
Secret technique? What do you think? What do you think, Alex?
I don't mind. Go for whatever you want.
All right. So I got 1 vote for secret technique.
Um,
Who's next to roll? I want to know. Well, I'm trying to pick this.
When I get there, I'll roll. I'm trying to work out pre-existing character relationships with other clans, families, organizations, and traditions.
Ah. So but you said you were a researcher, so there's probably something academic there.
But I'm also the grandchild of Clan Daimyo.
There you go. They could have come to visit.
Hmm?
They could have come to visit. You could have played with the young daughter or son of a far-off lord.
Alex, what question are you on?
16.
16. What is your character's pre-existing relationship with other
So
clans,
betrothal.
families, organizations, or traditions? Okay.
I'm thinking to a crab.
Ho ho ho!
Interesting.
So I like having interactions with other members of the group, as opposed to just saying a lion or a unicorn or something like that.
The funny part is that you're sitting right next to somebody who your daimyo is named from, the Dragon Clan.
That's
That would be like really good.
No, I've already got something else. That it's like, because the daimyo is a dragon. And
So
is
you
my
already feel an
grandfather,
affinity towards.
and is my grandfather already.
There you go.
And so yeah, his
Well,
daughter married,
maybe that helps
it's
influence
all-
my decision. Maybe I was named for stolen knowledge, and that's why you like me so much because you did the history on my name. Stolen knowledge, it is. Do we have any votes in Twitch chat?
Do we have any viewers on Twitch?
We do, yes.
Oh wow, really?
Yep.
What are the viewers saying? Should I go stolen knowledge or
The
ruthless
viewers
victory?
are not saying much, so if you want,
Most people probably just listening.
pardon?
Most people probably just listen.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you should go with stolen knowledge because that's cool.
Sounds pretty cool, and it kind of ties me to Alex's backstory, which I think is neat. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with stolen knowledge.
All right, drop your honor by 5.
Decrease my honor by 5. Yes.
Cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, but he's got like all of the honor so far.
Yeah, but
So you're one of your daimyos.
he's a
guards.
Yojimbo.
I'm a Yojimbo. Yeah.
So you're one of the guards for your.
And I happen to have the clan name.
Yeah.
But it's a big family. Doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily mean I'm directly related. Well, I'm directly
No,
related,
no.
but not directly related.
So you're part of the daimyos.
The main clan
Yeah.
of the crab, yeah.
So if I'm betrothed to one of your cousins, which
Mm.
is also part of the family and part of the daimyo,
Mhm.
because I am also of my daimyo's
Line.
line, so I actually have blessed lineage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's very nice. So I'm going to give you your level item. And you are going to receive for your level item. Where is it? Sanctified robes.
Can't.
Why?
I already have them.
You can have another
I get
pair.
them automatically as a.
Oh my god,
So
really?
I should
Alright,
get
fine.
Give him a
This
nice
is why I
book.
wanted to know what they meant, what they did.
Give me a nice book.
You know what? Yeah, you may have a journal.
He said he's
Okay.
a writer.
This is my personal accoutrement, so yes.
Yes.
That's fine.
You may have a journal. You have an inscription inside the journal from your great grandmother.
Wow. Who's a dragon?
Exactly. Who is a dragon?
Wow.
A dragon or a dragon?
A
Gotcha.
dragon.
Oh, okay.
He's
Not
got you
a
there.
dragon.
A dragon.
Yes.
That would be a hell of a story. All right, everybody.
Her personal emblem.
Well,
Yeah,
if it's great grandmother, it's basically my daimyo's mother.
that's right.
So, her personal emblem is a circle with 4 stars in it.
Mm. That's pretty sweet. Okay.
If any of you get that reference, type me in chat.
All right, so now I'm gonna roll my d10.
All right,
Stolen
roll your
knowledge.
So,
d10.
what does that mean?
It's the Dragon Ball. You get Goku's favorite Dragon Ball.
Really?
His grandfather's dragon.
Yeah, his
What does it
grandfather's
mean
Dragon
to
Ball.
What does it
What do you
mean?
mean? Nothing. It just means it's your grandmother's symbol.
Okay,
Your
guys.
loving grandmother.
So if I roll 1 to 3, I get a melee skill. I roll 4 to 6, I get some dumb culture skill. I roll a 7,
Oh.
I get a ritual. I roll an 8, I get invocation. 9, a kiho. Or 10, blood magic or ninjutsu. Who's hoping for
Blood
10?
magic, blood
Alright,
magic,
there we
blood
go.
magic.
10. Blood magic.
Yeah!
So I'm gonna go as well for my. So I'm gonna have the 3 relationships.
Alright, now.
So 1 to him, 1 to him, and 1 to whomever.
No, it's maho or ninjutsu.
Maho.
My choice.
Okay. What you taking?
have no idea
take a
because
Maho.
I don't need to take it out of my school. I have to start looking at Maho and ninjutsus.
All the Maho are from the Tainted Land, so it would make sense that you would have stolen some awful thing you killed's knowledge.
Ah, but the ninja aren't exactly what you call the holiest of holy either. I can easily talk about how I have a ninjutsu skill. So, I have to now select one technique with a prerequisite of school rank 1 and learn that technique. I can perform that technique even if it's not normally allowed by your school, man. Okay.
You could get something real busted
All
here.
right, someone give me a page. I have to start going through. This is going to take me a while.
So I'm cousins obviously to the dragons and I'm betrothed to a crab.
Well, first of all, you know what? Do you want to make this like totally random?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I was hoping to look.
So all
Or are
the
you asking me to roll another dice?
Well, no. So you're getting a technique or an
either a
like-
Maho, which is
Yeah.
a blood magic, or a ninjutsu. So the Maho are start on page 224,
Thank you.
and ninjutsu start on.
I have to select one technique with a prerequisite of school rank 1.
So a rank 2 technique, basically.
Even if it's not normally allowed by my school. My goodness. What have I done?
Uh-oh.
Alright, so page 224 you say.
Yeah.
That's where the Maho are.
And Richard, you want me to randomize this? Or do I get to choose?
Oh no. No. Well, this is from your lost knowledge, right?
And then
This is my stolen knowledge. One of
And
my
the
ancestors stole this
and
secret.
the
and handed it
ninjutsu
down.
are on 226. So
Thank you.
literally.
All right.
flip the
So
page.
I will let you choose whether you want Maho or ninjutsu, but I want it random.
No, but he explicitly gets to choose.
Yeah, he does get to choose.
He gets to
What?
choose his technique.
Richard's the GM.
He does get to
says
choose his tech. Oh, you get to choose the technique.
I get to choose the technique that my family stole, according to the rules. If you want me to
Okay.
randomize,
No. We'll go with that. I won't be a dick just yet. But you know, I am one all the time. So, because my name is Richard.
So we've got incite, haunting, grip of anguish. These sound very what do you call it? These sound very Shadowlands, and completely against what my character was about up until 5 seconds ago when I
Well, you could
just
take a
rolled
ninjutsu.
savagely. Yeah. Dark things that slay ridiculous. What is going on?
All right, so we're gonna put on some. We're gonna just change the music up here.
All right, I'm just gonna read out some of the Maho spells. If you guys are ready. Incite, haunting.
Incite. What does that do?
Grip of anguish. Mark of desecration. Sinful whispers. Unholy fervor. That one actually sounds kind of nice. And then here are the ninjutsu. Skulk. Deadly sting. Noxious cloud. Silencing stroke. Actually, no, I can't take those 3. I can only take skulk. I couldn't take the other 3. Because those are ranked 2, 3, and 4. So
Yeah.
I can't have those.
Well, wait, I thought it had to have a prerequisite of rank 1, meaning it had to be a rank 2.
It says select one technique with a prerequisite of school rank 1.
With a school rank 1. So it means it has to be a school rank 1 technique.
Okay, because I read that as having a prerequisite of a rank 1
You,
rank 1.
you, once you're school rank 1, then you can take school rank 1.
Ah, okay.
If you're
So does that mean
rank
we're school
2,
rank 1 right now?
No.
So then I can't even use this technique.
No, you.
Because I'm not school rank 1.
No, but it says you
It
can
says you
ignore.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Alright, so you asked me, what does incite haunting do?
Yeah.
Alright, here's the flavor text. Kansen are kami, twisted by the power of Fuleng, and they need little prompting to cause harm. Directing them toward a target with a vile rite and profane words that seem to warp the air, the Maha Sky afflicts a poor soul with a spiritual malady that can fester and bloom, fueling darker curses still. Spiritualists can perceive Kansen as wretched, ghostly figures clinging to their victim and dragging them inexorably toward a wretched end wrought by their worst nature.
Wow.
Grip of anguish. The Moss Sky calls for the consent, afflicting their victim to wreak sickness and agony upon them. The victim is tormented by nausea, pain, and feverish delusions. I think I'm picking Naho, man. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going Skulk. We'll see what's next. Mark of Desecration. Moss Sky performs the rite upon a corpse or group of corpses, placing ominous masks over their faces and whispering dark words into their dead ears. The dead are dragged to their feet by the consent possessing them, moving with the jerking, unnatural gait of a ill-made puppet.
I see.
The consent ensail the victim's mind. This is Sinful Whispers, murmuring dark things that slowly erode their concentration, making them more receptive to the words of the Moss Sky and less able to think coherently. Okay, interesting. And finally, Unholy Fervor. The consent bite and tear the flesh of the victim, racking them with pain that transforms into mindless fury.
So, Alex, for your special gift, you are going to receive a hooked sword.
A special gift?
Yes.
What special gift? You mean the journal you have already...
Did I give you? Oh, that's right. I did give you the journal.
Really sweet book with a dragon
So
ball
that's
on it.
right. Yes, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Journal. That's what we're
sword
gonna
is
call it.
pointless.
Dragon Journal. I got distracted. I was.
The sword is pretty pointless. to me.
Have you gotten there yet?
I haven't chosen my relationships yet.
Okay.
I can't believe I have to pick a blood spell. This is awful. Well,
So-
does it make any sense to have like an oversized crab bushi in lacquered and or plate armor that has the ability to stealth? Because that's Skulk.
It's funny.
I mean, why
Go on,
not?
take the blood spell.
I think I have to take the blood spell.
Sudden.
You know,
Oh, come
I
on.
think
Suddenly,
it's-
Crabman die?
Suddenly, Crabman with hammer. Right. So Shinobi are known for walking silently from shadow to shadow, moving like phantoms. Some of this
Suddenly?
relies upon agility.
Crab people.
Yes, seriously. Some of this relies upon agility, speed, of course. But veterans in the art of stealth know that using a crowd or other visual distraction to walk unnoticed can be as effective as the most complex acrobatics.
But you're literally the biggest guy in the room. How do you hide in a crowd?
Find a giant crowd. Hide behind them.
Well, in Legend of Korra, I think it's the second season, or maybe it's the first season, with the cult leader guy.
Oh, who hides by taking off his mask?
Yeah,
That's the best.
That-
No, it's literally the Gray Fox Cowl from Oblivion.
right? Yeah. It's like Jeremy's just walking down the street, mask off.
Skill and-
Where'd he go?
Oh my goodness, you guys. Are you reading this Maho section?
It's pretty brutal.
So
Must always provide a sacrifice to fuel Maho techniques. This is usually blood.
yep.
Their own or someone else's. But particular evil acts can in and of themselves function as sacrifices. At the GM's discretion, small amounts of blood can satisfy the consent, but exceptional sacrifices, killing a human victim or crossing a vital personal line, draw forth their greatest powers.
Sorry?
The 2D
Moss Sky makes an exceptional sacrifice alongside a Maho technique. May re-roll up to 3 blanked rolled dice during the check. The material offering is consumed in the process.
One.
All right, is this for you?
One.
Your samurai name?
Okay.
Here we go.
An 8 and an 8.
Yay, stolen knowledge! Join me, my friend. You got a lot of stolen knowledge in this party. Apparently, we're all scorpions. We didn't even know, Luke.
Well, I mean, that's basically how the Scorpions work, isn't it? They're like Alpha Legion of L5R.
So if you're play Warhammer or
So
Warhammer
it
30K, Scorpions are Alpha Legion. Ish.
Everyone's Alpha Legion.
Everyone's Alpha Legion.
I'm Alpha Legion.
First roll translated by twice. Not one works. One of those two options is a relative firmness. So at least Rich can't not let me choose one.
You may have the first one.
So you don't want me to have the second one?
Yes.
The GM is supposed to give you a choice between either you can have them both,
The
or
first
one or the other.
second.
No, it's the first, the second, or both.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to. I don't think he gets to pick for you.
No, but he literally
players-
rolled 2 8s.
No, I know. The joke
Yeah.
is Alex gets either both
rolled snake
stolen
eyes.
knowledge or he gets stolen knowledge.
He gets 1 stolen knowledge, or 2.
Yeah.
No, I get. So it's. Yeah, choose one of those 2 options. It's relative.
Although Rich could make you do both and tank your honor
You could, yeah. I could have 2 bits of stolen knowledge.
at -10 honor.
That sounds so sweet. I mean, you guys are smart whippersnappers, though.
I
You
mean,
can do it if you want.
the issue is that I don't know enough about the interclan
It
relationships.
basically just puts me back at my start knowledge.
So when you're going through the book, at the very start of it, it tells you the relationships between how you feel about each clan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So I can go back. To
yeah, it's like near the front.
Oh my god. These are something else, these spells.
So you're saying I can have both? So I effectively lose 10 honor, but I gained 10 honor earlier, so...
Neither here nor there.
I mean, I could. Well, I think one's good enough. You guys are starting characters. I mean, we don't need you to have all this stolen knowledge.
Well, I'd like to just re-roll the lot, not have stolen knowledge because he has it.
Sure, I'll let you re-roll it for.
To be quite honest, there's very little chance that you're also going to get a Maho.
Yeah.
You could have stolen knowledge and then get, like, swordplay.
Yeah, well, because you get to roll on
Or
that table
rituals.
and
Like a
choose.
lot more of that
Yeah,
table
yeah,
is good
sure.
for you. And even if you did get the Maho, there's no way we're picking the same Maho.
Yeah.
So,
I'll give you a re-roll for 10 points of status.
No.
take the forbidden knowledge and roll the die. You'll be
Yeah.
fine. You won't get anywhere near what I'm getting.
So 1, a kata.
There you go. You're now a fighter. Let's trade. I'll
just
give you
did-
the Maho.
I just did pick up martial arts melee. So,
There you go.
as a family skill from the family thing.
There you go. It's perfect.
Um,
The dice have spoken.
And the second one, I picked up 2. Is a 4. Is a Shuji.
Both of those are applicable to your character. I like this system. It's working out very nicely. All right.
All right, so
I can't believe I'm doing
So I
this.
get a kata and a Shuji.
and what is your heritage as a result of this?
My heritage?
Heritage result. Samurai heritage results. So we are heading into the top of the hour.
One of my ancestors learned.
You guys are watching Legend of the Five Rings character creation here at Harry Tarantula. I am your host, Richard. These are my players, Jeremy, Luke, and Alex. And we are building characters with some very, very sneaky backgrounds. These two have some hidden knowledge. And
No. Stolen knowledge.
stolen knowledge, not even
Might not have
hidden.
been stolen by me. It was stolen by one of my ancestors. Learned a secret of another school and passed it down through the ages. And now it has reached.
So they belong to sneaky families.
No, I belong to a very good family.
Who's sneaky, but that's fine. We are almost done character creation here. We have 2 more questions to go, and then you can join us next week as well, as we start at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
Now I need to find the techniques.
and we're going to be running these 3 to 4 players. Our 4th player could be you through their Genpaku ceremony.
Kata
So if you would like to join us, feel free to drop on by 3456 Young Street on Monday nights to come watch us play or join in the game yourself. You can also find us online at harryt.com. And if you love Legend of the Five Rings like we do, you can pick up the newest RPG. Emerald Empire is the newest book. You can catch my review of that on, I believe that is on YouTube. YouTube is the Emerald Empire. Yeah. Or come watch us play, or play yourself. We are definitely excited, and I am looking forward to running this
So in
event.
fact, just do exclamation mark social. All one word.
I have a question for the GM. If I do in fact take a Maho,
Nightbot.
right?
I was just getting up to run the Nightbot command for the social, for all the store locations, the website, everything like that.
Right.
So your question, yeah.
So, the Maho, the whole section refers to me as a evil spellcaster and tainted. If I have the stolen knowledge, am I now just automatically tainted? Am I?
No. Tainted is a separate thing entirely.
Yeah.
Right. So I just have the Maho with like none of the downside other than having to pay the sacrifice.
Well, notice that there's no downside.
Well, there's spiritual backlash and there's proper sacrifices, but there's also like it goes further to say stuff like the DM determines that the content is satisfied with the exceptional offering. I don't know.
So just because you have this knowledge doesn't mean you have to use it.
Right. That's absolutely correct.
But when you use it, you're gonna probably get tainted, or something bad's gonna happen. You never know.
What are the little swirly signs? What's
Very
that?
simple.
Which ones?
What are those?
The symbols that can appear on the dice.
Yeah.
Success.
Yes, the swirlies.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to cast a Maho.
Sorry,
so
the
I mean,
starburst,
Yeah, it looks like a starburst.
like
yeah.
this.
Yes.
Opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you,
So I make a check. I roll some d6, and if I have enough opportunities, I get different effects. Is that
Yeah.
the idea?
well, you can spend the opportunities to get additional
Effects,
effects.
yeah.
Okay. It's amazing.
So I get an item of rarity 7 or lower? Or is that what Richard is giving us?
That is what I am giving out. So we are going now on Luke's item of level 7 or lower.
It's a broom.
No, I already have a broom.
You're sure of it?
I took that as my personal accoutrement.
It's not a time turner.
No, because slicing is a thing. I don't need a time turner. Besides, those hourglasses are massive. Harry Potter got it wrong.
So what fun technique do I want?
You get a Jite.
Is it Umezawa's Jite?
No.
It's a ninja weapon.
Unlucky.
Very unlucky and dishonorable.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be seen with that.
They're meant for snapping swords.
It's concealable.
Really?
Yeah.
Sticking under your robe, yeah.
We're like the most evil party ever.
I'm fine.
Actually, yeah, your stolen knowledge is like, I did some homework, guys.
It's a technique.
I did some homework.
Actually, you took the weapon, didn't you? You chose the weapon.
I've got a kata and I've got a shooting.
Are you getting both?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So now we are, guys. I think we're all on part 19.
Striking is there. Striking is.
I'm almost there. I have to pick my Maho,
Striking is there.
and I have to say,
Strike is fire.
Can you tell me about the enraged condition?
I'm sorry, the what condition?
Enraged.
Conditions, enraged. That enraged. The character is consumed by rage and fights with a fury that is as devastating as it is terrifying to behold. Effects. While enraged, the character increases the severity of all critical strikes inflicted by and upon the character by 2. The first time an enraged character kills another character each scene, the enraged character gains 1 void point. It is removed when an enraged character makes a target number roll 3 meditation void check as a support action to remove the enraged conditions. Otherwise, the condition is removed at the end of the scene.
You have to make a meditate check, is that what you said?
Yep. At target number 3. Target number 3 is a difficult task.
Shuji, do you want?
So you guys, I'm throwing this out there. Top 3 choices. I get a close range attack that curses my target, and then the more I spend on it, I give them dazed, disoriented, silenced, all the way up to bleeding, immobilized, or lightly wounded. As a physical, as a spiritual attack. Or I can raise the dead, which includes zombie peasants, defiled terrain, and a bushy skeleton if I roll high enough. Or I can cast the support action Unholy Fervor, which gives the target enraged condition. And if I succeed, you augment the target's corruption. They may treat each of their Shadowlands Taint disadvantages as an advantage that apply to any checks. But I don't understand what Shadowlands Taint disadvantage means. I'm assuming you have to take Shadowlands Taint as part of your character creation, or is it something that we roll every turn? I don't know how that works.
Shadowlands
you
Taint?
can be tainted.
Yeah, if
You
you,
can
get
become tainted.
it's
So-
adversity, and it can just be given to you.
So if you
once
don't
you're
have the
tainted.
Shadowlands Taint at all, it's just the enraged condition? Am I reading that correctly?
Well, because you can't exacerbate their taint if they don't have
Or
one.
you don't have any taint, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I just want to take on Holy Fervor. It sounds the safest. So support action makes somebody enraged. And by somebody, I mean me. Because this is a character. Character is defined as me too, right? It's not just other people.
Correct.
What do you guys think? Should I make my zombie army? Should I have a ranged attack that has a myriad amount of curses, like including dazed, disoriented, silenced, bleeding, immobilized, lightly wounded, depending on the roll? Or should I just get basically a self buff that makes me hit harder?
That's up to you.
Well, what's more fitting for a crab Yojimbo? Ranged attack that gives people
3 and a
sicknesses, or a Holy Fervor?
So, if you recall correctly, I think it was Haida Casita, so he said that every crab is tainted in some way.
Yeah, they because they're constant exposure to the Shadowlands.
Yeah. So, I think character-wise, you are a warrior who protects the Empire's last line of defense.
Yeah, Unholy Fervor is much more a crab spell.
Yeah.
Grip of Anguish is just the better spell. And Mark of Desecration is just memes. I literally just get to drop undead people like out there. So
I mean, that's probably a good thing.
they're all good, but the idea is that you have them in concert. Like the character design is you give up your goodness for all these spells. I have to pick just the one. I think I'll go with, even though the Grip of Anguish is definitely the better spell, it makes less sense for my character to have the ability to do all this evil spell stuff. So I think I'm gonna go with Unholy Fervor. So I think that's more of a crab-oriented ability.
Okay.
Okay.
And as a response to that, I'm also going to make sure I take this class skill Meditate, because that was available at my community college. So definitely make sure I can meditate.
So I rolled a 3 and a 7 on this Samurai Heritage table.
Okay.
So do I get? I get to
Either a wondrous work,
or
elevated for service,
or both.
or both.
To you.
Sorry, what are they? They are
Wondrous work, or elevated for service, or both.
you can
So the first
whatever
would
the
be,
whatever the wondrous thing
First
was.
is wondrous work.
Yep.
Second is elevated for service.
So I get a wondrous work.
You get a wondrous work.
Oh, sounds amazing.
Roll determine. It's basically plus one. It's plus 5 glory.
Yeah.
And plus 1 to a certain skill. But it's rolled randomly to see what that skill is.
Yay! Glory rank 5. Glory, 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 glory.
Wait. Where's glory ranks for the breakdown?
It's the
Oh,
tens
the
digit
number.
of your glory.
Okay.
So I get plus 1 composition.
So I get Lord He's grip as a starting. That's pretty good.
So, this is a useful Shuji.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you, as a support action, to make courtesy earth check to praise the weaknesses of a character. Succeed, choose one of the target's known disadvantages. The target does not apply that disadvantage to their checks until the end of the scene.
Pretty good.
And then you can spend opportunities for either additional, cutting down additional disadvantages, or 2, to reduce the target number of the target's next check using the ring the disadvantage is attached to by 2.
It's a lot to. And can you? It's a lot to process. Can you get that to me in like simpler terms?
So I can make a dice roll
No.
to make one of your disadvantages not have any effect on you.
That's a very cool support action.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Is that the one you're aiming towards, or?
Yeah, it's the one I took for my lost knowledge, stolen knowledge. It's a courtier ability.
Well, I have a conundrum because I have to pick a starting technique. And one of them makes me tankier. The other one makes me hit harder. Which one do you guys think I should take?
Hey everyone, you're tuning in to Harry Tarantula
Oh,
live
chicken
on
hits harder.
Twitch. My name is Richard, and we are playing. We are building characters for Legend of the Five Rings. Our first episode is next Monday at 7:15 p.m. We're going to be taking a 5-minute break, and we will see you in a few minutes.